So this is quite a cool thing because I kind of showing my life in two parts. You know, the one part is me out on stages and, you know, doing what I do and performing my songs to thousands of people, and you know, the promo side of going to radio interviews and really, you know, doing the whole music career thing, the rock and roll, pop and roll, whatever kind of vibe, and that's one part to my life, that side of the music career. But the other side is where we are here, and I make music every single day, and I don't just make my own music, and I don't just produce my own music, but I produce a lot of other musicians and a lot of other artists, pop stars, rock stars, rappers, classical singers, whatever. You know, music is music to me. It doesn't matter the genre. So I create all kinds of music. I write a lot of it, and I co-write a lot of it, and I produce it from start to finish. And I also mix the music here myself as well. So it's really this is an eye into this part of my life, and you'll probably see me out on stages as well, behind the scenes there. But yeah, let's take you through. So today I'm working on a track by a phenomenal new artist. I work with a lot of new artists and a lot of established artists, and this happens to be a singer, and this is her very first single. Her name's Kayzia, and I think she's still deciding on a stage name. So it's the very beginning stages of this very talented artist's career. So that's where I come in. I you know, with this particular one, we really delved into her, you know, what she's going through at the moment, you know, in her life, and that's where we came out with this really cool song called Superpower. And it's all about being, you know, not being afraid to be vulnerable, and you know, not, you know, how you know, when we get hurt in a relationship, or if you know, we give of our full hearts and get hurt, that's not a weakness, that's a superpower. So that's kind of the vibe that the song's putting out. The style of the song is pop, but it carries a real kind of a hip hop feel to it as well. That's where a lot of music is, or some music is in the world at the moment. So here it is. I'm kind of, she's got, her voice is so beautiful.
It's like you are my Superman, and I don't wanna be your friend. I just want you all to myself. Sometimes I can feel too much.
Yeah, so that's just a little sneak peek. So going into the session, you know, this has basically been mixed, and now the song is ready for the final stage of mastering. But this is it was quite a, you know, it's a very emotional song, but at the same time it's got this really cool beat. So let's go in here just to show you. So these are the vocals. I like to group them, you know, neatly. I'm not usually a neat person in the rest of my living space, but in my music space I am OCD. So these are all her vocals. I like to group them like that, and there's a lot of things going on here. So just to show you, we got the verses.
It's like you are my Superman,
and then I'm doubling them.
And I don't wanna be your friend. I just want you all to myself.
And then they're going into stereo like that. And then the chorus is a beautiful, beautiful layer. It's fantastic. Yeah, I get very excited about this sort of stuff. So we got,
maybe if my heart was stronger.
Then we got the compressed double, which is very much more compressed. And then we got left and right.
And hold you till the end of time. If I had a superpower,
And with the female vocal, you know, it's got such beautiful characteristics. And when you are doubling, you do have to watch for the frequencies, because there's a lot of high frequencies that can clash with each other. So I like to just, you know, mix that in nicely, and that's a lot of EQing. It's a lot of multi-band compression for those that know what that is, and just really zoning in on just sitting for hours listening to the same thing over and over, and then kind of, you know, getting whatever's bothering my ear, I kind of just remove or just tone down or compress a little bit more, and then we go into this chorus hook here. I hope Kayla, the artist, is not going to mind me sharing this, but I just love it so much. It drops into this crazy cool this hook after the chorus, and it's just pumping. So what I've got going here is I've got these 808 drums, which I actually used some very cool samples and like pitched them to fit with this is all the audio. Let me show you how many samples I had here. So there's like plenty different samples that I worked in here, and then I put them all into one track. And yeah, this 808 it's very bassy. So the quality of a bass is, you know, especially an 808 sound is very interesting, because you want that bass sound, but you don't want it. You've got to, you know, bass is such an animal that you need to really tame, but it's you still want it to be bassy. So it's quite a contrast. It's quite a difficult thing to do, but that's where it comes in, where I kind of roll off a lot of the super lows that really take hold of it makes it a little bit muddy, and it clashes and just almost just clutters the mix a little bit. So I clean that up quite nicely, and then give it a lot of saturation, which kind of distorts the top end a bit, so we can hear what that bass is playing, and almost the high parts of the bass that are coming out. Yeah, so I'm kind of going through this whole song here because I love it so much. But let me show you this. I got sidetracked. Let me show you what this part sounds like, which is pretty incredible. We've got this beat going, and that's some really cool big claps, and we got some massive drums, which are my favorite. It just gives it that like cinematic bottom end feel. And then for some more movement, I've got these hats going here, which are pretty. Okay, then what else is happening? It's just we got some really beautiful gospel. We got the piano. And we got some guitar here. Those guys that enjoy a bit of rock and roll. And now to top it off, we got these beautiful, beautiful vocals that come in, and they are special. And then if you thought that was enough, on top of that we've got these beautiful, almost choir vocals that just sweeten it even more. hit, I suppose. It's well, yeah, no, it's just it's a lot of. There's no real formula, and I think all the best dudes, a lot of my the guys I look up to, like Max Martin. If you're watching this, Max, thanks for just inspiring me. And you know, he will even tell you, and yeah, there's no real formula. You just, the song kind of builds itself in the most beautiful way, and every song is different, and I love working with so many different styles and different voices. And it just is so inspiring to sit with. You know, people ask me, you know, do you think there'll be one day just be too much music out there, or too much music out in the world? And I never. And that's the most beautiful, infinitely magical thing about music, is every person I work with just brings a new beautiful piece of their soul out in just this perfect sound, and that's just what, then we puzzle the puzzle together. Puzzle the piece together, yeah. So that was, yeah, an insight into that track. Hope you enjoyed that. And if there's anything else that's quite interesting, it's all interesting, and I think a lot of the production nerds out there, just like myself, would love to see more. Yeah, so there is a lot more to show you per track, and I think I want to break down one of my, you know, a few of my existing hit songs as well, which will be in some other videos to come. And something else that's actually very interesting, well, I find it interesting, as each chorus or each part of the song kind of gets bigger, because I see a song as a story, and it must kind of, you know, even some more simplistic songs, that final chorus, or that as the choruses go, you know, things must get a little bit more, you know, bigger or interesting, or certain emotive content needs to kind of come in there. And I think a lot of the time people forget about the original, you know, or one of the original forms of music, and that was orchestra. And I love using orchestra for that, strings, and, you know, whether it's cellos or groups of violins or violas, to form this beautiful orchestral, even if it's a simplistic, you know, melodic thing that runs with the chordal structure or whatever. I'll just show you what I've got here going in this final chorus, and sometimes when the music is all together, you can't always hear it, but it hits you because it feels bigger. So here's this, I've got these cellos here just playing this beautiful. Okay, and then we've got these strings just playing some sort of beautiful thing. Where is it?
Some sort of beautiful thing.
Is it these guys? Here we go. And I've got them swelling, side chaining. And then with those cellos, and these are just the Logic instruments, which I love. I think these are just the Logic instruments which, you know, I really find beautiful and perfect, and when they're in the song, it really sounds like a real live orchestra. And I suppose it is, certain portions of these samples are taken from that. So I guess I should play you what it actually all sounds like together. And yeah, that's absolutely just hits you in the heart, I think. So if you want to hear and you know, hear about more or see more of specific things, please comment here below, and I'd love to get into more specific stuff. If you want to find out more about the creation of these masterpieces, I suppose you could call them. And this song is going to be released very soon, and it's going to go out to South African radio, and it's going to go across the world as well. And we really the team is very excited about this one. So and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and once again, comment any specific things that you want to hear about, or things that you want to see. And that's me, Daniel Barron. Enjoy. Cheers.
Maybe it would be sweet.